Joins us now. Jeremy, Mike Francesa on the Fan Yes Network. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Mike?
Good, thank you. First, before I get to the game stuff, how are things? Have they kind of settled down in Oklahoma?
Yeah, it settled down a little bit, but actually they had some more tornado warnings last night, but thank God that none came through, so it was just severe weather. But, still cleaning up and starting the rebuilding process.
Has it been... I mean, they obviously went to school on what had gone on in other places, Missouri and Joplin and down in Alabama. Has it been harder, more difficult than they thought it would be in terms of getting back to some normalcy, or has it been kind of what they were led to believe?
I think it's kind of what they expected when they saw the amount of damage done. So, it's something they've done before, and they'll probably be a little bit quicker at it because of what's happening in Joplin, what happened in Alabama, those types of things.
Have they been? Has the government, has the Red Cross, have people like that responded adequately to the people's needs in that area?
I believe so. From my understanding, obviously I haven't been there. Just from what people have told me, family members have told me that they've acted fairly quickly in their response.
That's good to hear. And folks, you can go to the Red Cross and give a couple of bucks, or you can go to David Robinson's charity. He's been helping out too. I know that.
Yes.
I know that you've reached out to the Robinsons in that way. So, good job by all you folks with everything you've done, and you continue to do to help these people who have gone through a lot of devastation, obviously.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma. All right, last night on the mound, big game, getting into the Subway Series. You had to be very happy with your performance last night.
Yeah, it was good. Getting 5 runs in the first inning definitely helps calm any nerves, and able to attack the strike zone, and it was a good all-around win for the team.
That made you, obviously, you like to go out there and get yourself a cushion. 5 is nice, and that's going to make you want to go out there and challenge guys and throw strikes, right? Even in this ballpark where it is a short porch, you still did the same thing, right?
Yeah, you have to. The game can start to drag out, and then that's when, you let the opponent get back in the game whenever you start trying to nip at corners and stuff. So I just tried to attack just like I always do and tried to pitch my game, and, it worked out.
Did the ballpark, the confines, make you do anything differently to the left-handed hitters? Did you make any concessions to the ballpark last night?
I just tried to crowd them a little bit. If I was going inside on them, I didn't want to leave it over the middle and, let them get some home runs. So I tried to crowd them as much as possible and use my off speed, off of that.
We're talking with Jeremy Hefner, who got the win last night. He went 6 innings, pitched a very strong game, and that had to be nice to hear get a win because, let's be honest, you have pitched in some tough luck this year. The team hadn't won when you were on the mound, and now that's over with. That had to be a very pleasant win for you last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we don't have to talk about that anymore. It's nice to obviously personally get a win, and then to keep the streak going, the role we're on, and not mess that up was my main goal last night.
What have these 3 games meant to this team? This team has been struggling, Jeremy, no question about it. What are these 3 wins against the Yankees in front of big crowds, in front of everybody? What has this meant for this ball club? I
mean, I think, even when we were playing bad, we were in games for the most part. And so we just couldn't get a ball. We couldn't make a big pitch. We couldn't get a big hit. And so to finally get these last 3 games, it kind of gives us confidence moving forward.
And I'm sure that you guys like seeing Ike. I know how popular Ike is on this team. You guys like seeing Ike be able to come up and get himself a couple of hits last night, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Ike's one of the best teammates I've ever had on any level, and you can't help but pull for him, and glad to see him get some success last night.
Well, when you're sitting there and it's the top of the first, and you guys have been really, as pitchers, struggling all year for runs. What's going through your head as you're watching these guys run around the bases in the top of the first, putting up a 5 spot?
Yeah, I'm cheering, and hey, let's put 10 up. Whatever, let's get as many as we can. So that's kind of what I was thinking, and my approach changed once we scored the 5 runs. I'm a little more relaxed now. I can attack the strike zone. I don't have to necessarily be as fine as I normally would in a 1-0 game or a 2-0 game or those types of things.
Yeah, and you had pretty good stuff last night. You had good stuff last night.
Yeah. I mean, I gave up a few more hits than I would have liked, especially in that sixth inning. And but all in all, in general, it was a good game for me.